What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Oh my god, look at these things. Look at them. They're so huge. The dragons. I'm on this tiny little whatever, it's fine. Listen, I want to talk to you guys about some of the things that you can do at level 70. Once you get here into the Dragon Isles, you've leveled up. What are some really cool things you're going to be doing? What are we going to be doing for this expansion? Let me just write one more thing down here. Dragon, there we go. There we go. I got to write something in my notes. Okay, we did it. Now, what are we going to be doing now that we're at max level, right? I mean, this is a big question. This has been a big question going into Dragonflight because we don't have any borrow-powered systems anymore. So you're going to finish the campaign, and you're going to come up here and talk to Alexstrasza, and this is where you're going to finish, right here at the Seat of the Aspects. You're level 70 now. What is going on in the game for you to do? Of course, we don't have true Mythic Plus or like ranked PvP or actually maybe ranked PvP is happening right now. I don't know. Mythic Plus and Raid aren't opening until December 12th. I don't know about rated. Yeah, it's not till the 12th. So it's in the season, right? Of course, season 1, December 12th. So you've got some time. One big thing I would suggest that you do, if you have any characters that you want to play in Dragonflight, go level them up now. Okay? If you got your main character to level 70, once you've done that, Alexstrasza has a little screen here that says, hey, you've unlocked adventure mode. Way to go. You can now bring your other characters into the game, and you won't have to do all the same stuff that the first character did. You can just jump into adventure mode. So really, really good for alt characters being able to do that. So that's number one. If you want to level up a bunch of different characters, you should do that because this is the time before the season starts on December 12th. Now, hey, guys, Future Zuko here. I'm about to talk about world quests in the video. I want to talk about a couple other things really quickly that I discovered after filming this video, so I'm just going to put this in here. In Thaldraszus, number one, there are training dummies that you can practice on. They are in the Gladiator's Refuge in the Enclave, the Obsidian Enclave. So Gladiator's Refuge is right here. Let me put a little marker right here on your mini-map. So if you're in Thaldraszus, it's right here in the capital city, and the markers here, I have coordinates here. It's 3894 by 5917. So pause the video here if you want to find it. This is called the Gladiator's Refuge. It's got all the training dummies. There's a stack of 5 training dummies here to practice your builds on. There's a raid guide. There's a bunch of healing dummies right here. There's everything, guys. It's all here. So it's very, very cool. Wanted to make sure I showed you that. It's called the Gladiator's Refuge in the Obsidian Enclave part of the capital city. Okay, that's number one. Number two, there is an area down south in the Azure Span called the Cobalt Assembly. In the video in a second, I'm going to tell you about a very important world quest that you need to go do in the Azure Span to get a big, big weapon. In that same area where you get this world quest to get the weapon that I'm about to show you, it's right around here. You can farm this area in the Cobalt Assembly. And what you can do is you can actually farm reputation. It is the Cobalt Assembly reputation. And if you get it up to level 4 out of 5, which is considered high, it goes like low, medium, high, and then, I don't know, really, really high or something. If you get it to high, there are vendors in the Cobalt Assembly. Maybe I can just get down there. I'm not sure if I can actually get down there. I don't want to take all day to do this. So there's vendors down here in the Cobalt Assembly, guys. You farm rep until you get to high. You go to the quartermaster of the Cobalt Assembly, and you can buy a ring that's there. And it's this ring right here. Thunderous down... No, it's this one here. Sorry. The Assembly Scholar Loop. So it's a 389 eye-level ring. So not only is there going to be a world quest right here, a big world quest to get your weapon, which I've got here, my 363 weapon, there will also be a rep farm you can do that gets you a 389 ring. Okay, just want to make sure I told you both of those things. You can go get it at level 70. Finally, there is a campaign, guys. There's a new campaign. So when you do the initial questing to get to level 70, you have to play through the Waking Shore, the Onaran Plains, the Azure Span, Thaldraszus. You get to the Seat of the Aspects. You get to level 70, and you kind of do that whole campaign. Once you've done that, there's actually a brand new campaign that opens up. The chapter 0 of 9, you can see. It is time-gated as far as I can tell. We can only do the Dragon Isles Emissary right now. This is, again, not player power related. It's not like, you know, Renown from last expansion where you had to get it to get player power. This is just for fun. I believe it's just for lore. There's some cutscenes in there. I think it's really exciting and really cool. So Blizzard, once again, has There's a whole other story to get to once you get to max level, which I think is really neat. But it's basically just for fun, for immersion, for lore, for feeling like you're in like a living, breathing world, and I think it's very cool. So that's the last thing I just want to say is that once you hit level 70, this new campaign will open up for you. Okay, back to the rest of the video. Now, what else is going to open up to you? Well, world quests are going to open up. So we scroll out here, we can see some have already populated here. There's just some reputation there. There's going to be items here, 340. I've got a little bit better gear on right now. There's, oh, that's better. I need to go get that. So there you go. There's an item right there. I need to go get that. There's going to be, there's another item down here. There's a really big world quest happening right now. This is like the first week. It's this big blue one in the Azure span. So this is important. This will have a weapon for you that is 363. That's higher than anything else that I have on my character right now. There's nothing that's 363. So at this point in the expansion, I think it's the highest piece of gear that you can just go and get. So I think this is a tough quest to do. Get some friends, get some guildies, go get this quest done. As soon as you hit level 70, this will be a huge upgrade for you because it's your weapon, right? So I'm going to go do that soon as well after I go and get this thing, of course. So world quests are going to open up. And an important part of world quests is actually this new button in the bottom left corner. And you can't see it. Let me move it over here. So in the bottom left corner, there's this now, and it has this little symbol. It essentially shows you which quests are tied to which faction. This is really cool. So if I want to level up my renown with the Iskara Tuskar, I can click on this. Now, it will show me whichever quests are related to the Tuskar. They start glowing, right? Over here, there's one over here. There's a fishing one there. There's none right here. And then, of course, there's going to be a lot of them down here, right? Of course, there's going to be a lot of them down here. That's the next big thing is that you can essentially click on this button here, and it's going to show you if you want to go farm a particular renown reputation. This is a quick way to do that. You can easily see which quests are going to help you with that. Very cool. This is just the base UI, once again, that Blizzard has given us. Let me find a flight master here really quick. Let's just dive bomb down here. I'm going to fly to a renowned person right now because I want to go and talk about something there. I'll show you in a second. But as we're on the flight path there, I do want to chat. So let's fly over to Marukai right over there. Perfect. Okay. So first, you're going to get this, which again, like I just said, you can toggle through this. You can toggle through whichever one you have. Then there's also like these brand new symbols on the map that are tied to specific events. There's a hair on my microphone. Somebody get the hair off my microphone. So over here, you've got Obsidian Citadel and Dragonbane Keep. And then it shows you what quests you can kind of do over there, right? So that's pretty cool. That's a really cool feature. It's like, hey, here's a place of interest that you might want to go to. Here's the quests that are associated with it. Pledge your allegiance to either Rathian or Sibelian. That's the major quest that's there, okay? Here's another one. Dragonscale Base Camp. What can I do here? Well, this is the Dragonscale Expeditions Base Camp. This is where, if you want to pick up Dragonscale Expedition quests, this is a great place to go to. New bounty quests can be found in this area, available to trade. You can trade your Dragon Isle artifacts. It tells me in my inventory that I have 2 Dragon Isle artifacts that I can trade to the guy there. And in fact, if I go artifact, I do. I have 2 of them right here. So that's a sick feature. On the mini-map, it'll show you, hey, you've got 2 Dragon Isles artifacts you can go trade with Jackus, I think, is the Dragon Isles base camp there. Down in the Azure span. Azure span. Oh my God, where are we going? Here we go. We've got the soup thing down here. The Tuskar are cooking their feast right now, and they can use your help. You have 8 minutes left, so this is a big event that's going on right now. You can go down and start making soup with the Tuskar, and it gives you a really, really big versatility buff, I think, in the world, out in the open world when you're doing questing. So there are events, there are places of interest, there is dragon riding that you can do. This is join a multiplayer dragon riding race, which again is just for fun. But these are all things you can do at max level once you reach max level, okay? Even right here, Seed of the Aspects, it tells you here you have Titan Relics that you can trade in there as well. So the mini-map is much more robust now at level 70 than it has been in any other expansion. When you get to max level in this expansion, not only are there world quests, but there's all these other amazing like icons that are going to just be interesting for you to look at. Okay, maybe I want to go here and do that. Maybe I want to go here and do that. What do I want to do? Maybe I want to go make some soup. Let's go down and make some soup for 8 minutes. And then I'm going to go do a dragon race over here. And then I'm going to go farm that piece of gear that I need to get. Then I'm going to go do whatever else the hell I want to do. Now, there are a million other things you can go do as well. There's a lot of things you can do at level 70. Of course, these ones that I've mentioned here, you can go chase down Dragonriding talents. And I would highly encourage you guys, Taliesin actually just said this in one of his videos, I would highly encourage you guys not to download an add-on that helps you find all these Dragonriding glyphs. I know lots of people have already done it. I just think you should go and try and find them yourself. I think it's way more fun to go do that. And if you really can't find them all, eventually, then go get an add-on. That's fine. But here I can upgrade my Dragonriding. What do I have left to do here? This one. Boom. There we go. I'm working my way down. Surge forward. Evade, scale. Cool. Very cool. Love it. We're working our way down there. I don't even have... Some people are done Dragonriding already. And you can actually get all the way to the bottom already, guys. You can go out into the open world right now. You can collect every single glyph. And it tells you where you've collected them from and what you still have left. You can go do all of them right now. There's no time gating on this whatsoever. It's insane. Okay. Now, with the faction stuff, I wanted to say really quickly... Where am I going? Right here. So I'm going to go to Marukai right now. I have a faction rank level 5, I believe, with them, right? What is it? Yeah, level 5. So I'm working my way. I want to get to, like, level, here. Level 7, I think. Where I can get, this is really cool. I really love transmogs. You may acquire 12 cosmetic helm appearances from Farrier. I love transmog stuff, so I'm going to work on my Maruk Centaur. I actually really love that. And then there's some other big stuff going on here. Anyway, there's like a super cool mount that you can get here, essentially, that you can customize. And I thought it was at like level 10, but I can't find it right now, so we're not going to worry about it. But what you can do, what's really interesting about the Renown, guys, is that you essentially have to pay for your Renown items in the currency that that faction wants to accept. So, for example, if I go to the Quartermaster here in the Yanaran Plains, most of the really important stuff here is going to cost Dragon Isle supplies, and then it's also going to cost... things like resilient leather or tall strider sinew or whatever. There's probably more here. That's awakened air. Those are kind of rare, but there's a bunch of crafting things that are tied to the specific like gathering professions that they expect you to be doing. So if I'm in the Yanaran Plains, I'm on the hunt. They expect you to pick up skinning because there's lots of beasts in here. When you're down in the Iskara Tuskar, you have to pay for everything down here in fish. You literally have, there's a bunch of recipes you have to pay for with fish, which makes sense, right? Because that's where you are. You're down in that zone. Of course they're going to accept fish. So I thought that was a really awesome touch by Blizzard. Really, really awesome to say, I can go buy this companion, but I have to get a bunch of leather stuff. So I have to either go buy it or I have to become a skinner myself. And I thought that was really thematically on point for Blizzard. Really, really cool stuff right there. So, of course, this is another activity you can do at level 70. You can upgrade your Renown with all these different factions and check out their Quartermasters and see, what can I get here? Okay, this is a plate. This is mail right here. So I can get cloth as well. I might want to get that for my character right now. That's a huge upgrade for me. So I need to get to Renown level 11 to get this gear. So there is some player power tied in with the Renown system. However, likely by the time I get to Renown 11 with the Yanaran, the Centaur here, I'm probably going to have already picked up this item from a Mythic 0 or something that I'm running. So I think they've basically put it on par with the pacing that they expect players to be able to do in the game. But there's just a lot of really cool stuff here. There's Drake customization. There's lots of other crafting type stuff, profession stuff that you can do. You guys can check it all out. But that's a huge activity at level 70. What are we going to spend our time doing? A lot of it is going to be centered around dragon riding, getting dragon riding talents, getting dragon riding customization, which if you don't know, you can do over here at the Skytop Observatory right here. This is where you do all your dragon riding customization. You fly there and you can get it done there. So that's going to be a big part of level 70 is just doing the Renown stuff for fun and also a little bit for player power. But like I said, realistically, you're going to have already outscaled that. If you're not doing a lot of Mythic Plus or raiding, then you won't outscale that kind of gear. And you can literally gear yourself up with the Renown track here. So the last big chunk, I think, of the level 70 endgame is going to be crafting. And I think that some people maybe aren't excited about this. I'm really excited about it. I think that the possibilities are kind of endless here, not just in the ability to craft, but in the ability to sell. So I sold a bunch of my adamant scales and a bunch of my herbs. So I took all my skinning and my herbalism stuff and I sold it and I got about 30,000 gold from that. I had about 7,000 gold and I made about 30K just from selling it on the auction house, which is in Thaldraszus right here in the middle area. It's kind of like It's kind of like right here in the middle somewhere, one of these buildings. But the point is, whether you want to actually be a crafter yourself, where you're making items like flasks or whatever this is, salad on the side. This is food, right? This is cooking stuff. So if you want to be doing the profession stuff full time as like your MMO experience, you can do that at level 70. This is an end game system for you to engage in. If you don't want to engage in it, you can order items from other people, or you can simply go and do skinning and herbalism like I'm doing, or go do get like pelts off of humans, right? Or you do mining, of course. And you can get bonuses out in the open world for doing it. And you can get specializations. We'll talk about that in a second. But you can just sell all the gear that you get from here, all the resources that you get from here, and make a bunch of money, and then send out crafting orders to get your gear made. You can just do it that way if you want to. It's very simple. Last but not least, there are specializations. I'm going to pick one right here because I haven't really picked one yet. I picked one for herbalism. I'll show you what I did here. So this is for, this is tanning. Let me go over here and look at my herbalism journal. So I picked Bountiful Harvest for my guy. Now, the reason I did this is because I'm interested in gathering more. I just want more, because I want to sell it right now and make money. I could go Master the Elements, which is kind of like outdoor bonuses that you get. There's a bunch of herbs that are dangerous. Like there's this what is it, the frigid one. If there's like herbs where you gather them and then they put out a puddle of like ice at your feet and you have to like run away. You can like prevent yourself from getting slowed and stunned by that, and you can also give yourself buffs. So you can use this harness ability called Overload, and you overload a plant and you get a really big buff, and it gives you more of the resource, a little bit more of the resource. Like sometimes you'll overload a plant, you'll like zap it with lightning, and like an elemental will pop out and you have to kill the elemental, and he drops like 10 extra herbs that you wouldn't have got otherwise. So really cool stuff like that. Botany is more just about gathering. I don't know. I guess it's improving your tools. And some perception. But what I went with Bountiful Harvest. This Bountiful Harvest line just simply says more. You can get more in general with Bountiful Harvest. Then you can get more floriculture, more fungiculture. You know, you can get more of each of these different. That's for Hochin Bloom. That's for Writhe Bark. That's for Bubble Poppy. That's for Saxifrage, whatever it is. It's like sassafras, right? I don't know. So you can just get more, and then you can go sell more. That's the idea there. This does look really cool, though, and I'm very interested in seeing where kind of this crafting stuff can go, right? Because I think that this is one of those areas of the game. Again, it could be frustrating sometimes for people who don't, like, you just think that it's going to be a grind, right? Like, the end game experience is just that grinding of the artifact power, all that kind of stuff. And really, there's none of that now. There's so many other things we get to do, guys. Number one, let me just recap all the things that you can do here. Number one, go make an alt character. Go make a couple of alt characters. If you've completed the campaign at Thraldraszus, you did each zone, right? So it goes Waking Shores, Unarmed Plains, Azure Span, Thraldraszus. You complete all the zones. You end up at the Seat of the Primus. Then you unlock Adventure Mode. Then your second character, you just run them in, do whatever the hell you want. Go do a bunch of farming, kill a bunch of rares, do whatever you want to do. You'll have world quests unlocked, so you can upgrade your gear really quickly. You can level up very fast. Get a couple of characters leveled before December 12th when Mythic Plus and Rating open up. On top of that, of course, you've got the crafting stuff that we just talked about. You can choose specializations. You've got dragon riding stuff to look at. You can fly around and get those talent points. You can go do your customization right here at the Wing Rest. It's not the embassy, whatever this is called. Skytop Observatory. And then finally, you, of course, have renown farming, which will be one of the major things that you're going to do in the end game for Dragonflight, is just farming the reputation for renown. And you get to see, pick whichever you want. I've got my next rewards. I could get cooking supplies and fishing holes if I want to do that. I'm not really into fishing, but you can just see all the different things that you can get from these factions. Whichever one excites you, just go and do it. But it's not mandatory. It's just for fun. That's what makes this expansion just feel so much better. I just can't even... It's just so great to be in this expansion and not have like crazy amounts of mandatory content thrown on me. So enjoy the game, guys. That's the main thing. If you got to level 70, please go enjoy the game in whichever way you want to enjoy it. Once we get to December 12th, there might be a little bit more pressure on some of you guys to do Mythic Plus, to do rating. Hopefully it's not too bad, though. Again, those activities should be fun as well. And I really hope that this ushers in kind of a new era of World of Warcraft, the experience that people have with World of Warcraft, where we're just doing it to have fun. I'm not saying you can't be competitive. I'm not saying you don't want to reach to get a really high Mythic Plus rating each season or whatever you want to do. That's all well and good. But just remember, there are so many things in this game that you can do that are just fun and exciting. And we should really be playing the game for those reasons. So that's what you can do, guys, at level 70. Those are some of the activities you can participate in. Definitely get on here, enjoy Dragonflight, get out there, and get your characters up to max level. Let me know what you guys are enjoying the most about Dragonflight right now. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.